talking to you guys about my rendezvous. No, I'm just kidding. In truth, I went to this pub tonight, or today, and I sang my heart out. I really showed them what I got and what I had. Okay. But yeah, I sang. It was really fun. Well, first let me just tell you guys how my day went. Honestly, I've been really excited to go sing tonight and get the opportunity to work with someone and really make this more professional. And I networked a lot. I met a bunch of people at the pub. I feel good. I feel, like I need some sleep. It's been kind of a long day. I don't normally drink caffeine or do anything to get extra energy, and today I decided, why not? Like, I want to have a nice day where I'm doing everything how I should be and I have energy and I can focus, because a lot of the time I've been kind of having to just drift off, and maybe sometimes I dissociate because I lack energy. And I've been lacking food a lot too. I haven't been having as much time as I'd like to make my food, to sleep, and to do other things. So I think I'm gonna really make it a priority to get at least 6 hours of sleep a night. But yeah, I got maybe 5 to 6 hours of sleep last night, and I was just like, okay, well, I need some energy. So I got this little energy shot. It's called Ethan's, natural energy. It was pretty good. So I drank it, and immediately after I drank it, I felt like I was bouncing off the walls. I was tapping my foot. I was feeling jittery. My brain was going 50,000 miles an hour. And I felt like it was clean energy, yes. Only thing is I'm not used to taking caffeine, and it was, 150 milligrams of caffeine. But it was saying that it would be equivalent to a cup and a half of coffee. And literally, I could drink a fourth of coffee and be bouncing around all day anyways. So I think that was kind of my bad there. Next time, if I do end up continuing to drink that type of supplement, then I'm literally only gonna drink a fourth of it and maybe just split it up throughout the day rather than taking it once and having my brain buzzing. It really depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I drank that, and the day was pretty good. I did a pretty good job at helping customers and doing what I had to do. I'd say that a big part about it is that I drank the energy shot, and it kind of made me feel different. Like, it made me much more aware of people and their energy and the vibration and just the vibe that was going on. And to a certain extent, it made me a little bit more uncomfortable about things, because most of the time I'm kind of in a daze anyways, and I'm like going through the motions, living my life, being happy. I'm normally in a super happy mood because life makes me happy. Flowers and trees and just being alive, talking to people. So that's really good. And since I am mostly in a daze, I don't really pick up on people's negativity unless I really want to, or I really focus on it. Like, I just normally don't really have the energy to care about it, so I don't. But after I took the energy shot, I was hypersensitive. So any little thing anybody gave off, I could tell. I could pick it up, and it was just like, this is beautiful. This is wonderful. It's amazing that I can read into you like this. Just, I don't completely want to read into that. Like, intuition, awesome. Thank you. I love you. Just with the amount of energy that I had, it was like, okay, I don't want I didn't want to see what I was seeing. I didn't want to feel the vibes I was feeling. I didn't want to pick up on what I was picking up. Like, damn. Okay? Well, shit, what now? These people are kind of off. And it's like, okay, so being more perceptive makes it harder to just be positive and continue, you know? Like, that's just kind of, your mind has so much energy that it can really question what's going on. It's like, why did they look at me like that? Or why did they say that like that? Or why are they doing that like that? Like, it's just like, I know exactly what's going on. Or I knew exactly what was going on in those situations. And I was just kind of like, damn. Would it be better to just be happy and to a certain extent naive? But yeah, I just continued my day. I helped the customers. You know, I did what I could do. I came home. You know, I also took some pictures and stuff. Like, I'm building a portfolio so I can, you know, send it to some modeling agencies. I'm super excited for that too. But yeah, lots of weird vibes today. Lots of weird vibes. Just so many people gave me different types of vibes, and I kind of, like, I understood and I read what was going on. Do I want that though? Like, what would reading people's minds be like? I used to feel like that would be the best power around, but now it's just kind of like, is that something you even want? Being able to read someone's minds? Because just being able to read someone's body language, facial expressions, vibe, aura, emotions is pretty darn close to it. And it's just kind of like, I'm not sure if I wanted to know that. It's wonderful and beautiful, and I will use this tool to my advantage and to the advantage of the universe and the world, and help as many people as I can, and bring as many lights into the world and turn as much darkness into the light as I can. That is my goal here. That is my purpose. That is what I will do with this gift. Right now, I feel like I'm going through my spiritual awakening, and I'm really coming to understand what my gifts, what my powers, and what my purpose here is, which is amazing, and I love that. Sometimes it's, like recently, it's a little bit difficult finding a good middle ground. Yeah, like that. I love people and I want to be able to help them and read them and all of that. Sometimes I just want to also be able to deflect that negative energy. And I feel like being more aware of the negative energy makes it a little bit harder to deflect it. Because you see it. So then it's just, would you rather ignore it or confront the person about the situation that's going on? And I'm a fire sign, and I'm not really one to turn down confrontation. I like open and honest communication. I just want the truth. And a lot of the times, even if you know the truth, people won't either know or even want to accept that truth, or even understand where you're coming from with that truth. Yeah. I feel like another thing is that I have a hard time at times. Like, sometimes it feels somewhat difficult to maybe get people to understand what I mean when I tell them that I feel a vibe or an aura or something around their energy field that feels maybe a little bit off. Should I even be telling people these things? If I feel like there's something going on with them and it's an internal thing that they may need to deal with, I feel like I should tell them. I feel like they should be aware of it. But sometimes when I come to them about it, they are in denial about it. They're just so unaware and so closed off to the idea that they may not be okay that they just completely shut it down. And it's like, yeah, okay, I am not sure what to do in those moments. I'm just kind of like, this is the vibe you're giving off. These are the signs you're giving. This is why I believe this is what you feel. So what might be going on, you know? And shit, sometimes people just don't accept it. It's like, all right. And I'm just trying to find the best middle ground for that, because it's not like I just want to tell somebody, oh, hey, I sense that you're depressed, and then be like, no, I'm not depressed, I'm not sad at all. And of course I wouldn't come up to them and say that. That's just words. That's untactful or distasteful to just be like, oh, I noticed that you were depressed. Of course it would be a different way of saying it, but it's just like, okay, so I noticed that, you know, you have an interesting vibe or aura whenever you're talking about that or something. How do you feel about that? Or is everything okay? You know? And I kind of try to understand them, and I'm like, okay, well, it kind of seemed like it stemmed from this, or it might have had something to do with this. And I don't feel like people understand. I try to tell them what I see. I try to tell them what I sense. And they just are not, they just don't want to accept it. They don't want to see it. They don't completely even want to reflect on what I may be talking about. They don't even want to make it a possibility or an option. It's like, oh, are you sure you may not like feel like this? You know, there were some things that made me feel like this might be how you feel. They don't even think about it. They just no, or I don't know what you're talking about. I'm super confused. Okay, it's like, all right. That makes me feel like you may not understand your emotions, and I'm not sure what I can do about that, if anything. It's just, I really want to make some of the people around me more aware of their emotions, because sometimes I find that people around me channel their negative emotions towards me. I'm a very loving and accepting person, and I feel like sometimes people see that as weakness or as naivety, me being naive and me not knowing or me not understanding or me not seeing. It's like, I see, I understand, I know. I choose to look past it. I choose to look over it. I choose to not make it a big deal. That doesn't mean that it doesn't bother me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. And, you know, yeah. Yeah. I just am excited for a world where I can talk openly and honestly to people, and they just speak openly and honestly back in return. You know, sometimes I get those experiences, those interactions where you meet people that are just so themselves, so truthfully and honestly themselves, where they accept themselves and they are who they are. I love that so much. That makes me so happy. It doesn't make me wonder what they may be hiding, or what's behind the facade, or what is going on in truth. it doesn't give an aura of something else that's hidden. It's just natural and true human beings. I want it to be easier for people to express how they feel, express who they are, and feel accepted by themselves and others naturally. Yeah. Yeah. I'd say also a big part of this is that me taking the energy supplement may also be making me have less energy, but it's probably just that it's 12 o'clock and it's probably almost 1, and it's time for me to go to bed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about stuff. I love my life. I love my opportunities. I love existence and everything that is a part of it. Life has its highs, life has its lows, life has its downs, life has its ups. I am learning to be more and more accepting of the highs and lows. I'm learning to become more accepting of life as a whole. I think a big thing is I need community. I need somewhere where I can talk to like-minded people and be able to communicate how I feel, and then them communicate how they feel, and us to feel understood and connected and open and yes. Yes. Yeah. I want to be around more loving people. There are so many people in my life that yeah, sometimes they make me wonder if they're real, really the way that they act like they are. Of course, everybody has their, best self and their worst self. So I guess that's a really good way of looking at it. Because it's not that they're real or that they're fake. Sometimes it may be that they're, quote unquote, real or fake. And other times it's just them at a better point than at other times. Everybody has their highs and their lows, just like the world does. And maybe that's something that I am still getting to understand, getting to the point of understanding, as to be able to accept people and all the parts of them, whether that be positive or negative, good or bad. I do want to continue looking for ways to make myself less susceptible to energies and be better able to protect myself and my aura, my mental state, my wavelength, my energy, all of it. And that's a process, and I am very excited for that.